Hello, my name is Nathan Taylor, otherwise known as Sockmatician, and this is a video tutorial to accompany the Sockmatician's Double Knitted Brioche ebook. This particular tutorial shows you how to work the 4x4 right crossing cable in Double Knitted Brioche. I've got an example of some Double Knitted Brioche cables here. These are featured in my Rest on Your Laurels hat, which is one of the patterns in the book. And this is the right-leaning cross here, which is what this video is going to be looking at. You can see they've got two columns of knit stitches working up here, crossing over to the right in front of these two columns of brioche knit stitches again, which tuck in behind there and pop out over here. It's a standard cable. It's also a standard reversible cable. If you've ever worked with reversible cables in ordinary knitting, you'll know that they just tend to be worked with a rib of some kind. Well, of course, Double Knitted Brioche is a rib of some kind. So the joy is that these cables are completely reversible. And you turn the hat inside out and you can see they look exactly the same on both sides. You're going to need a cable needle. I really do think you're going to need a cable needle. Whatever you might think, we all know how to cable without, I'm sure, but because Double Knitted Brioche has yarn overs and stitches, yarn overs, stitches, yarn overs, stitches, there's a lot of strands of yarn going into these cables. Being a 4x4 cable, it's actually an 8x8 strand cable, 4 stitches and 4 yarn overs on each half of the cable. So it really is a good idea to make sure you've got a cable needle to work with so that nothing goes astray. I've already worked to the point in my practice swatch here where I want to place my cable. So I'm just going to tension my yarns ready for working in Double Knitted Brioche. I've got my knit coloured yarn over the back of the right needle as always, and my pearl coloured yarn in front of the work. First thing to do is take up your cable needle and then slip the next 4 stitches, which is 2 pairs. So slip 2 pairs of stitches purlwise from the left needle onto the cable needle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to hold the cable needle at the back of the work. So just tuck it behind the needles like that. We're doing it at the back because this is a right-leaning cable. If it was a left-leaning cable, we'd hold it at the front. But being a right-leaning cable, we're shoving it out the way at the back. The next thing to do is we're just going to work 2 pairs of stitches, not from the cable needle. We're going to ignore those stitches, and we're going to work these 2 pairs of stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches there with their yarn overs as standard Double Knitted Brioche pairs. No shenanigans, nothing extra to worry about here. Just making sure we don't get in a tangle with that cable needle. Hold it at the back and keep it in place. There we are. And now we're ready to come back to these stitches. You could of course work them directly off the cable needle. I find it a lot easier to just slip them with the yarn overs back purlwise from the cable needle to the left needle. We're done with that now. You can put that down. Pick up your yarns again. Make sure they're in the correct positions. Knit coloured yarn at the back of the work over the right needle and the pearl coloured yarn in front. And then you can just work those 4 stitches, those 2 pairs of stitches, exactly as you ordinarily would standard Double Knitted Brioche, like so. I'm just going to work 1 extra pair beyond this cable so that you can see exactly how things pan out. And here we go. You can see the beginnings of a beautiful right-leaning cable there. It's 4x4, 2 columns of knit stitches crossing over 2 columns of knit stitches, and on the back it looks exactly the same. And that's everything you need to know about the 4x4 right crossing cable in Double Knitted Brioche. Zip!